Hi guys! So this video is for the orchestra and it's the last video we're going to go over pinky power. So this is the third video about it. So by now we should know what pinky power is. It's when we're using our pinky on the string to play the next note. And you need to make sure you're pressing that pinky very hard and very powerful so that you get a good sound and that it's in the right spot. And you can do this on any of the strings. I know we've been focusing on the D string, but you can do it on any of the strings. So we're going to go over that a little bit. And the first question might be, where do I put my fingers? Hopefully we're not still asking that question. But if you take a look, you can see over to the side, there is a chart. And it's kind of like if you hold your violin sideways. Except, yeah, because you've got your E string, your A string, your D string, and your G string. And they're showing you your notes. So all of us know that if we go on our D string, we have E, stretch for F sharp, and then G, and then that's the A we've been working on. And you can see there's a big space between G and A. Just like E and F sharp, you have that big space. G to A is another big space. My advanced kids, if you're watching this, we've been working on that low 2 to get C instead of C sharp. So C sharp would be here, right in line with the F sharp. You've been working on C, and then you stretch to D, and then you would stretch to E. And you'll notice all 4 of these notes for your pinky are in one straight line, and they all have that big distance right there in between. And you see first finger, second, third, and fourth. So now we're going to actually watch a video in the video of a professional string teacher, a professional string player, teaching you how to use your pinky with the proper technique.
Hey violinists, I haven't talked with you guys in a long time. Sometimes I think I've said all there is to say or said enough, but this morning I was teaching and I had a student who had watched a video I made, I don't know, 6 months ago or something, and it's more help for the pinky, and she's still struggling with it. So I'm going to try and show you a different angle, so maybe even if you watch that and are struggling, maybe this could help, okay? So I'm actually going to do it differently than I've ever done it before, which means I'm going to hold the camera with my right hand. Now, I'm referring to a couple things, the left side of the pinky and the right side of the pinky. So the left side of the pinky is if my palm is facing me this way. The base knuckle is this knuckle here closest to the palm, the lowest one, okay? So she came into the lesson, she has a short pinky, and she was playing for me. Her thumb was pretty high, so then when she went to put her 4 down, of course it was laying like this, because that's what we're talking about here. And she got that look with the knuckle. So I said, well, bring your thumb lower, which she did, which didn't fix anything. So then we started talking about what you could do with the arm to fix it. And one of the things that a lot of people think you have to do immediately is pull the elbow way under. And you know, there's maybe a subtle amount of that. When you're on the G string, certainly the elbow has to come under. You rotate for each string like this. But what I want her to do is just aim for the left side of the pinky. Now, I've talked about this before, but I want to show you something. If I set it on, say, the bad side of the pinky, or, it's not that it's bad to put it in the middle or the right side. It's just if your 4 is locking up like that, I'm trying to show you. So then the thing that I really want to do is bring the base knuckle, that's the bottom knuckle, towards the palm, at least as high as the edge here of the fingerboard. And when I tell students they have to do that, they don't know what to move to get it higher. Sometimes they just swing the arm around like this. But if you would set your pinky on the left side, watch what happens. See how it comes up? Now, did my wrist really jut out when I did that? No, not at all. It's just this contact point changes the angle. So, if you have a short pinky, bring your thumb down a little bit, aim for the left side and get that tunnel. And try not to stick your wrist out at all, because you can sure hurt yourself doing that. So then, you can practice it on, say, the D string, and you can play that fourth finger, which is an A, and then try bowing open A and see if they match. And to play both strings at once means you have to have a good tunnel here. All right, so once you can do that, then just practice tapping. So let's see, if I make a groove here, can you see the groove in my pinky? Inner corner. Now it's going to be more or less severe depending on the length of your fingers. And I'm not saying that that's the only way to do any of this stuff. I'm just saying that if you're having trouble with a locked pinky, to get on the left or inner side, and that should help it. And once again, watch my wrist. It didn't really change. It just comes higher, so the base knuckle is at least as high as the edge of the fingerboard. Okay? Wait a second here. Anyway, I hope that helps, and I'll talk to you guys later.
So now that we've watched that video, hopefully this chart makes a little bit more sense. And you can see that big space in between where you have to stretch for your pinky. And you know now which part of your pinky you have to use. You want to keep your hand flat. You want to use that inner part, the left side of your pinky, like he was talking about. You don't want to use the other corner. You want the left-hand corner so that you can get your hand in the right spot and you can have a really nice sound. And now that we've gone over that, you can go practice numbers 83 to 86, which we've been practicing for a couple weeks now, but keep practicing it. Get really good, get really confident with your pinky, and make sure you're stretching it far enough so that your D string matches your A string. And also just challenge yourself. Do it on other strings. See if they match. And that's a very important skill you're going to need for the rest of your lives. You're going to be using that a lot in middle school and in high school and in college and after that. So go practice. And I hope you guys are doing well. I hope this was helpful. If you do have any more questions about Pinky Power, please let me know. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye, guys.